So I made a video recently. I made a video about a week or 2 weeks ago talking about Nigeria, talking about the corruptions, talking about the really bad things going on in that country. And surprisingly or unsurprisingly for me, I saw a lot of people come into the comment section talk about insulting me, basically talking about how I am non-patriotic, how I'm a very bad Nigerian, how I say really bad stuff about Nigeria online just basically because I'm looking for views. I mean, it was quite unfortunately and it was quite heartbreaking, and it just shows the level of rot going on in the system, and it shows the level of should I say badness going on in the Nigerian system, and how so many Nigerians are basically in denial of how crazy our country is becoming. And I use the word our country not loosely but with my full chest, because I'm a full-blown Nigeria, and I say it everywhere, everyone I meet. I don't shy away from the fact that I'm Nigerian. But then when things go around every single time, I mean, talk about so many different stories I've heard this week about Nigeria and Nigerians by themselves, and it breaks my heart. But don't let us digress, and let's talk about the real topic of this video. I saw this particular video on YouTube, a really interesting video. This is by a really popular YouTuber called Joe Fazer. It's the first time I'm coming to see the guy's video, but apparently he's got about 1.96 million views. So he's a really big YouTuber. He's really good at what he does, basically. And he's made a video about traveling to the country with the lowest life expectancy. I mean, this particular video kept coming up in my FYP, and I'm like, I mean, I saw the thumbnail, I saw an elderly woman, and I'm like, this looks like a Nigerian woman. And eventually, when it kept coming up, I decided to click on it, and I felt so embarrassed. So I'll let you guys check the intro of this video. I hope I don't get copyrighted by showing you guys this, but then I'll let you guys just see the intro of the video.
If you're born in this country here, you're expected to live to around 90 years old. But if you're born here, that number's only 55 years old.
I mean, you guys can see the intro of the video. If you are Nigerian and you know Nigeria, you know this particular area. This is Gbagada General Hospital. This is a very popular hospital. This is an hospital that the government claims to spend millions, billions on, and it's an hospital that should be a central hospital where people can get proper health care. And look at the background. I mean, look at the name. There is someone who they've assigned a particular amount of money to keep this place afloat, to keep it running. And even the signs, it's now Gbagada Hospital Gbagada. General Hospital Gbagada. That is what Nigeria is all about. So apparently, I mean, despite everything I've said about Nigeria, I personally never knew that Nigeria had the lowest life expectancy on earth. I never knew that. I mean, it was the first time I'm actually knowing that. I mean, I'm Nigerian and I read a lot about Nigeria, but I never actually knew that information, that we had the least life expectancy on earth. And I had to go check this myself, because you know, we've got a lot of these foreign YouTubers just trying to make name for themselves and just trying to make really bad videos about other countries. But apparently, this guy is actually right. So the first country with the best life expectancy on earth is basically Hong Kong. So I don't know where that guy saw Monaco, or maybe it was easier for him to make the video. I don't know. But on this website, Worldometer, and every other place I've checked for 2025, Hong Kong seems to have the highest life expectancy on earth. So if you live in Hong Kong, you're expected to live to the age of 85 before you pass. Now, let's calm down. I mean, we're talking about consistency. Nigeria at 201 has the least life expectancy on earth. If you're born in Nigeria and you live in Nigeria and you grow up in Nigeria and you live past the age of 60, based on this data, it's a miracle. You're meant to go to church and praise the Lord. If you live in Nigeria and you live past this age, an average person born in Nigeria and live his whole life in Nigeria isn't expected to live past this age. I understand it's an average figure, but averagely, you're not expected to live past the age of 54.78. If you're a man, you're basically expected to live to the age of 54.45, and if you're a woman, it's about 55.12. I mean, unbelievable. Now, before Nigeria, there are countries who are actually down there. So now let's look at countries that have a better life expectancy than us. And this will actually surprise you. Chad at 200 has a better life expectancy than Nigeria. Chad is basically a desert. It's a desert African country, quite low leveled, without much money in there. I mean, Nigeria has a lot of opportunities, money, oil money, agricultural money, and we still got, you're still likely to die early in Nigeria than if you live in Chad. Now, talking about South Sudan had just come out of some civil war, and you're still likely to live shorter than someone who's lived his own life in South Sudan. We can go up, check Central African Republic. If you read the news, you know these guys were basically having a whole civil war recently. Lesotho, a country within South Africa. Somalia is basically a non-existent failed state. But you're still likely to die early if you live in Nigeria than if you live in Somalia. I mean, talking about the old data, it is appalling. It is disgraceful, but then we still got a lot of Nigerians who believe Nigeria is the best country in the world, and apparently we are the giant of Africa. We keep staying in denial, and it's weird, it's disgraceful. And I mean, I really don't understand at this point in time. Are we really moving forward, or are we moving backward? You guys tell me what your opinion is. Do you think this data is correct? Do you think it's just an hype? Do you think they are just lying? Or you think Nigeria is just really as bad as this data show, and maybe Nigeria is just done, basically cooked? You guys tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys another time. Peace.